I am excited that we are back here for our MEWC and MECC World Finals.
For 2 days, instead of only 16 people, we now have almost 200 people playing at the stage, on the stage. So amazing.
Here we go, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Dim doing. All right, Dim is setting up some name ranges. That's going to help him out in the future. So that's map 30 seconds to go.
And it's, are we going to see?
I think it's coming.
Are we going to see the belt go?
Belt, you have earned it. Congratulations, my friend.
The CFA program is your pathway to becoming a globally recognized investment professional. The Microsoft Excel Challenge is not just a competition, it's where future investment industry leaders rise. Where modeling meets strategy and strategy meets opportunity. The CFA program builds the foundation backed by the global benchmark in investment education. Chart your course, set the standard. CFA Institute.
If you're looking to grow your business, worrying about having the right supplies and products in stock without overspending or wasting time shouldn't be on your to-do list. Order.co provides the easiest way to purchase and pay for everything your business needs, keeping operations running smoothly and your team focused on what matters most. Cut costs and complexity with every order and visit order.co today.
Hello everyone and welcome to this Excel Esports battle, the penultimate battle in the road to Las Vegas. I'm Nick Boberg and it is a pleasure to host this battle as we watch 4 talented Excel modelers competing for the next 30 minutes to qualify for the Microsoft Excel World Championships, which are kicking off next month. I'm joined by my co-host, Elliot Patterson. He's the founder of the UK chapter of the Excel World Championships and an Excel whiz in his own right. Elliot, it's fantastic to be with you here today. How you doing?
Thanks, Nick. It's great to be here. Really excited to see what our players do today, and so excited to be co-hosting with you. Nick, for those that don't know, Nick runs his own financial modelling consulting business called Boberg Advisory. I had the absolute pleasure of meeting you in person in Vegas last year and watching you compete in the World Championship Finals live in the HyperX Esports Arena, and just seeing you compete, how well you did, and how much you celebrated both the competition and the other players as well was absolutely wonderful. Something that I'm sure today's competitors are dreaming of doing themselves.
Yeah, thanks, Elliot. I can attest Vegas was a fantastic experience. Super excited about being there again. What are we talking about? 3 months' time? And I hope to see a lot of you there watching this today. Get to Vegas if you can. It's a brilliant experience. So, in the meantime, this battle today, what's it all about?
Yeah, so this is, as you said, it's the penultimate battle of Road to Las Vegas this year, battle number 8. Road to Las Vegas is a series of qualification battles for the Excel World Championship Finals in Vegas. As I said, those finals in Vegas take part at the HyperX Esports Arena. They're broadcast on ESPN. It really is a big deal. On top of that, they're just part of a full 3-day event called the Active Excel Conference. That's got sessions from financial experts. Last year we had Microsoft, and then sessions from some of the world champions and best Excel esports players as well. A fantastic event to be a part of. Also, big thanks today to the sponsor of today's battle, which is the CFA Institute. They're a global community of over 190,000 investment professionals committed to setting a higher standard for the financial industry. For over 75 years, its members and CFA charter holders have upheld the highest levels of ethics, education, and professional excellence, delivering better outcomes for investors and adding value to society.
Yep. And if you're looking to grow your career in finance, they've got some great programs like the CFA program and the CFA Institute Investment Foundations Certificate. Plus, they run free webinars with industry experts, which is a perfect chance to learn, connect, get ahead with your career. And you can check it all out on their website, cfainstitute.org. And I can attest to this myself. I'm a CFA charter holder. I can speak to the value it's provided me in my career today, the learnings I got going through the process of getting it, and the recognition thereafter. So do check them out if you're thinking of leveling up your finance career.
Yeah, absolutely. And this event just keeps getting better. The competition keeps getting bigger and better each year. And that's in no small part because of the sponsors. Because of the support of sponsors like this, we're able to do great things, including Vegas and this brand new Excel Esports online platform, which I can see the chat is already going wild about. Let's have a look at the MEWC season video and get a taste of what is to come.
Welcome to the Microsoft Excel World Championship Season 2025. There are 9 Road to Las Vegas battles that occur throughout the year. It is advised but not mandatory to participate in all of them to qualify for the finals in Las Vegas. From each of the 9 Road to Las Vegas battles, 10 participants get a ticket to the main draw of the competition, meaning they can skip the Microsoft Excel World Championship qualification round. These 90 people will be a part of the Microsoft Excel World Championship main draw, which has 256 spots. The remaining players will be determined through the qualification round on September 27th and the Financial Modeling World Cup regular season. Then, the MEWC online rounds will start on October 11th, with 256 people that will play each other in a playoff format. After 2 rounds of play, the 256 players will be eliminated down to 64. The competition will continue on October 18th, where the players will be eliminated down to 16. The last 16 round will determine the top 8 players who qualify directly into the Day 3 finals in Las Vegas. The remaining 24 players from last 32 round, as well as 16 players from last 64 round, who didn't make it to top 32, are qualified for the Day 2 matches of the in-person competition. So, how will the Las Vegas finals work? On December 1st, a day before the main event, a last chance qualification round will be held for all the players that arrive to Las Vegas. 15 winners of the last chance qualification round will be playing on the gorgeous HyperX Arena on December 2nd. They will be joined by the 40 players from the online rounds, 8 local chapter champions, and 1 wildcard chosen by the organizers. From these 64 players, 16 will qualify for the Day 3 finals on December 3rd. They will join the 8 winners of the online rounds to form a 24-player pool, competing for the champion's title. Plan your Vegas trip now. Book hotels at exclusive rates, secure affordable flights, schedule your visa interview, and get set for an amazing time with fellow Excel enthusiasts. Don't wait for online rounds in October. They might make your qualification path easier, but no matter what, you can still compete in Vegas. Good luck, and see you in Las Vegas.
Good luck and see you in Vegas indeed. So, just 3 months away now, which is super excited. But before we get to those finals, we've got today's Excel Esports battle. So, let's get today's four competitors on the screen. And here they are. We have Zusheng Yao from Malaysia, Michael Lodge from Australia, Giles Mel from the UK, and Yiwei Kao representing Luxembourg. Welcome all. So, Zusheng, we'll start with you. You're a competitor, contributor to the full stack modeling community, which has actually been co-founded by one of your fellow competitors, Giles. And Zusheng also loves playing Mahjong and card games with friends and family, which I understand led you to take your love of card games to VBA and creating a macro which allows you to play poker against AI. Do I have that right? What inspired that?
Yeah, I couldn't find someone to play against at one point in time, so I thought I'll write it Excel and get the computer to play against me for the fun of it and to practice.
Fascinating. Yeah. Well, awesome. Something I don't know how I'd go about doing that, but good on you. You've obviously got some talent to put that together.
Good fun there.
Awesome. We've also got Michael from Australia. He does not deal in financial modeling day to day. Instead works with VBA automation and integration, and has volunteered as a firefighter the past 23 years, which is some achievement. Michael, does that mean you're well equipped to deal with the pressure of today's battle?
I thought so, and then I was very intimidated by finding out about the Excel VBA poker playing macro above.
We don't get to use, we don't get to use VBA a lot in the battles, so don't worry.
No, that's still very impressive.
Excellent stuff, guys. Thank you. I'm going to introduce our European representatives today, starting with Yue. Yue, you live in Luxembourg, which you told me is the country with the highest number of Excel eSport players per 1,000 members of the population.
We're very proud of that.
Yeah, a great thing to have. You've also said you've remapped some of your function keys to help you get an edge in Excel eSports. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I really want to believe they helped me. So I have few function keys have remapped, like F1 for sequence or another F8, I believe, for XLOOKUP. Those are the main functions that we use for the competitive Excel.
Making me very happy to know you have XLOOKUP, my favorite function on speed dial. I love that. And Giles, I wasn't sure which version of you we were going to get today. Whether it was going to be you or Mr. Humble himself. What can we expect now you're a two-time MVP?
Just to be very embarrassed if I crash and burn, I should be on LinkedIn telling you that Copilot function is amazing and you don't need to learn formulas. I don't know why I'm here. I'm terrified.
Well, I know that Nick's really been putting you through your paces with a bunch of training. Are you going to make him proud or let him down today?
We will see. Nick, Anders, Jean, Bo, I've had a lot of help and I'm still unbelievably mediocre at this sport. But here we go.
Right. Okay. I can feel the confidence just absolutely permeating through the screen. Yeah, I hope you're able to keep a hold of a little bit of that as you get into the case itself. All the best. Right, without further ado, I'm going to introduce a short video on today's battle, which is Pipe Mare by Juan Jose Cifuentes.
Welcome to the Road to Las Vegas, Battle 8. These series of Excel esports battles are part of qualification to the main draw of the Microsoft Excel World Championship 2025, with the finals taking place in HyperX Arena, Las Vegas, in December. We are glad to present you the case for the battle. Pipe Mare, designed by Juan Jose Cifuentes from Chile. You can hardly believe it. Your hands are shaking so hard that you almost dropped your acceptance letter. You got into EPU. You're on your way to becoming an XL plumber and walking the halls where the best have been trained. Bobby Filter, and even Lemmy Spillmister. And someday, you will join them in the legendary Hall of Overflows. But for now, it's time to work. Before your opportunity becomes nothing more than just a pipe dream. In this case, you will be working with pipe symbols, shown on the table in the Pipes sheet. The case has 140 questions of 7 levels of difficulty and 5 bonus questions. Plan your strategy wisely. Good luck, and see you in Las Vegas.
Wow, Pipe Mare is right. What a case. I think this is Juan's first official MEWC case, but Juan also has launched the Chilean chapter of the XL competition. He's also given out some free cases to the community through that and other means. Juan is an absolute expert when it comes to array broadcasting. So I'm sure he's got lots of tricks up his sleeve when he was thinking about how people would solve this. I really like this. It's simple in concept. We can see the pipes. We can see how they connect to each other. We're wanting to make sure they connect to each other. We've got that beautiful maze. But just because something's simple to understand does not mean it's simple to solve, particularly when Excel is involved.
No, I think this pipe maze, look, I can speak to giving me a few nightmares when I encountered this a few days ago as I gave this case a bit of a run through. I think it's going to give our competitors a wee bit of a nightmare too. And I think that there are some people at home watching this right now that have just solved the case, that are still reliving going through this maze. It is something else. As you say, look, you've got 8 different possible pipe types. You can see it visually. You can understand exactly really what you're trying to achieve. Creating a continuous line kind of from one pipe onto the next. Modeling it though, like being able to take the binary codes that we're going to see associated with each of the pipe types, designating whether they have a connection up, down, left or right, and being able to then match the two together. It's a really tricky order to achieve. So I'm going to be fascinated to see how competitors take this one on.
Absolutely, especially towards those later levels where you've got to keep track of not only where it can connect, but where it may have been earlier. But have you ever done anything like this before? Is this something you've seen before, or is this brand new for you?
The pipes and the connections, honestly, in I guess an esports world where there's been cases flying out left, right, and centre over the last 3, 4, 5 years, this is pretty unique. And kudos for Juan for making his Microsoft Excel World Championship debut, or at least on the Road to Las Vegas series when it comes to the case creation. This is a primo first case to come out with. And how our competitors take this on is going to be fascinating to watch. We've got to remember as well, right? We've got 7 levels for everyone to get through. We've also got 5 bonus questions, and those bonus questions, there might well be a mad scramble for them up front. We've got 4 competitors, but only the first 2 competitors that achieve the bonus questions will get the points. If you're the third one to the party on a bonus, you're not getting anything for it. So look, strategy will come into play here, where if there's an ability to take home bonus 1 or 2 or 3 up front without getting a real understanding of going through the levels and what the case is about, then perhaps you go for it, because by the time you get through a few levels and get comfortable and go back to a bonus, it might not be there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the way they tackle these bonuses will be absolutely key to today's battle. Like I said, I love the visualness of this case. It makes me think a little bit of Isometric Chaos by Klinsmann in last year's finals.
Yeah.
Another brilliant visual case.
Oh, I love
you
that
look
case.
at it and you're like, I can see what I'm doing, but can I model it? Can I work it out programmatically? And while you could approach some of this manually, I think you'll be hard pushed to get through everything in the time if you went down that route. It's also worth shouting out that this is the first time one of these Road to Las Vegas battles has been using the XL Esports online, play.excel-esports.com platform. Lots of the people in the chat on YouTube saying they loved that, and lots of people just saying, as usual, it's very difficult to get your head around all the instructions in one go. But well done to JJ for making sure that Juan, to making sure we've got a lovely visual case. Hopefully our competitors are feeling settled and ready. Are we ready to bring them back in? Let's have a look. Hello, guys. How are we feeling? Any questions before we get going? No.
Still looking confident there, Giles. That's good.
I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
Anything beyond why am I putting myself through this on a live stream?
That's the main one. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, there's no specific questions about the case itself. Nick, do you want to kick us off and we will get started?
All right, guys. Pipe Mare by Juan Cifuentes. 3, 2, 1, go. And they're off. How exciting. All four screens going at once. Some are reading the instructions still. Some are off to the pipe maze.
Lots going on already.
Look to be taking on bonus one, Elliot, which is asking you how many different pipe types that there are in the pipe maze, excluding the sources and the outlets. So the sources and the outlets are kind of the hard black dots or circles, and also the empty circles as well. So
I just saw Shay submit an answer. UA as well. I think it was going to take a couple of seconds for those to come through if they're correct. Do you want to go to someone's screen while the calculation's happening? There we go. Shay and UA have got those first bonuses.
Oh my goodness.
So Giles and Michael can no longer get those first bonuses. Only the first 2 people to each bonus can get them.
And I'd hazard a guess that Giles and Michael are still actually attempting bonus 1, which is a fascinating part of having the live stream in place. It's the same sort of way in which the rules work when you get into the live stream parts of the World Championship as well, that not all of the bonuses are available for everyone. So yeah, going on Sujin and Yiwei for taking on the bonuses and getting them for bonus 1. And meanwhile, we can now see Zushan having a good run through level 1, putting some workings together. This level 1, or is this?
I think that's level 2, level 3 maybe. I think he has started building out some logic, and it's like, I'm just going to pull that logic down because it's going to be useful later. Whether or not.
Interesting strategy to kind of just bypass level 1 and get straight into a later level, and be attempting to, I guess, front run what's going on. Ooh. Or indeed, is he actually going through bonus 2?
There we go. There we go. Another 40 points for him. That was a great technique. We didn't even catch that he was doing there, but he went straight into the fact that you needed those level 1 and level 2 pipes. And looks like Yue has also got that, and Giles has now got some points on the board as well. So we're going to have a quick look at Giles and see how he's getting on. 36 points.
Partial points there. It looks like 9 questions perhaps of level 1. Level 1's asking you to map a series of pipes and be giving the binary codes on the pipes tab that relate to each of those pipes. But importantly, you have to be bringing the binary code through from either the connects to or the connects from column. And if I'm going to hazard a guess, with 36 points being 9 correct, I think he's got a solution there that's working for either connects to or for connects from, but not one that's working.
Absolutely. And worth noting that while connects to and connects from are the same for the straight up and down and straight left and right pipes, those bend pipes, it does make a little bit of difference what you're doing, I think.
Fascinatingly, it looks like, just looking at the scores there, Yue into the lead, 106 points. That might well be him also completing bonus 1, bonus 2, and getting 9 of the questions at level 1 correct. So following the same sort of technique there that Giles has followed, and unfortunately not quite getting level 1 cleared. But we can see him now going through a process of trying to work out what's going on with level 1, how he hasn't got it quite correct as he's wanting it to.
That's some very good quick maths you've got there, Nick. My head was still working that one out. I would say it looks like Shay's probably either he's got bonus 3 or he's managed to get some points.
He's got his bonus 1, he's got his bonus 2. I think level 1, 80 points are in the bag for him for his 150, so he goes into the lead. And yeah, taking early days control of this live stream battle, and we can see it up there. Level 1 is now cleared for both Sushing and for Yiwei, and bonus 1, bonus 2 in the bag for them as well. So they're just neck and neck.
Oh, fantastic stuff. Michael, yet to get some points on the board. Shall we go have a look at how Michael's doing, see if he's stuck trying to solve the bonuses still, not realizing that out of bounds? Look, he is now looking at level 1, it looked like.
Level 1's a challenging one. XLOOKUP, a function you're well acquainted with, Elliot. I do think that you probably have more dreams about it than most. Definitely a good way to go about this one. Looking up each of those pipe sequences. The key though is that connects to and connects from part, right?
Oh,
it's not just a simple.
We've got a VLOOKUP.
Oh my goodness! Instant feedback, Elliot. What do we think about that?
I'm gonna have to go calm down, I think, for a minute. Can't be having that on a live stream.
Let's have a quick look at the way that table's been put together, right? Pipe name, connects to, connects from. Is this not actually a great use case in a funny way for VLOOKUP, where we're going to have each of those into the pipes, and then if it's connects to, he's going to want column 3. If it's connects from, he's going to want column 4. It's a handy way to go about things, no?
Yeah, I think I've had a lot of chats with Ahmed early, in particular, about where VLOOKUP might be more beneficial than XLOOKUP, and those things where you are referencing other sheets, because when you go to lock your references, sometimes it brings you back to the sheet you're working on or the workbook you're working on in that cell. Sometimes it is better to go down that XLOOKUP, that VLOOKUP approach. We can see we've got on the screen the player card for Michael here. 23 years of experience with Excel. I will be honest, I have only got about 4 years of experience with Excel. When I joined the Excel community, I never needed to learn VLOOKUP. I still don't know how it works.
Bless. VLOOKUP is something that I came about, when I was first introduced to Excel and learning what it was all about. However, in the same breath, the person responsible for making sure I somewhat knew what I was doing in my job mentioned good old index match to me. And once I got my head around index match, which is not an instantaneous process, I can tell you, but once I did, I didn't look back. And so I know what VLOOKUP does. I know that some people love its simplicity and also the way in which it's been around for some time. It's one of those real legacy functions of the ages. But not one that I've massively subscribed to. Having a look at Michael here, look, I was keeping an eye on the formulas he's putting together. They look to be okay from my perspective. If that gets dragged down and copied across to the answer platform, we might well see some points on the board from Michael in a minute.
That does
looks like he might have cracked it. Used a match in the end. To help bring forward when I mentioned column 3 relates to connects to in that VLOOKUP table, and column 4 for connects from. He's using a match which would be giving that 3 or 4 back based on that mapping. So he seems like he might have found a little bug because it's not quite working for him.
Yeah, is he? I wonder if he's remembering to make sure he puts those in online. I think would be the thing that might be putting him off here. Lots of alternative approaches in the chat. We have Ben Pridmore, the memory champion, and Danielle Stein-Fairhurst firmly in camp VLOOKUP. We've got Julian using a table and using indirect, so you get the column names of the table. Amber using index match. Ahmed using XLOOKUP. Brilliant stuff. In the meantime,
we've started something here, haven't we?
Yue and Say have already got 250 points while we've been looking at this, and Giles has jumped up to 80 points. Who do you want to go have a look at next?
Awesome. So maybe Sushing would be fun to go back to the start where we started. Another 80 points are on offer there for level 2. 100 points, I should say. So level 2 looks to be done and dusted for those 2 front runners.
Oh, looks like he might have some answers
left.
here. Here we go.
And we're going through level 3. Level 3 is providing for us. There's a quick look at what that platform looks like. Isn't it fantastic? 65% success there on the level there. It takes Susheng into the lead. However, obviously a few things there not quite mapping up. We can see on a screen we've got a couple of pipes next to each other. It's a simple yes/no question saying when we have pipe 1 leading into pipe 2, would water flow through this pipe? Is there a solid connection or not? Yes or no? And so we can actually see there probably visually for his first answer there, game number 41, we have a right angle going into a right angle. And that's a situation which doesn't look like we'll have water flowing, and not too sure what needs to be done with the calculations in order for the yeses and nos to go around the other side. This is a question that you could probably run through and answer manually, perhaps quicker than doing, but by going through the process of getting this right with your calculations, that's going to put you in better stead when you get on to level 4 and 5. So it's an interesting way, or an interesting decision, I guess, about how you want to go about it. If you just want to go through each of the 20 questions, typing in yes or no, or be calculating things properly, in the hope that that gives you a better leg up into the next level.
Absolutely. And while we were talking there, I did see Say's player card pop up on the screen. His favorite function is down as to call. I think that's a great function. Might come in useful in the pipe maze. I love the little filter at the end, which lets you filter out errors or blanks, or even both. That is really useful in these competitions. And 18 years Excel experience. So no surprise he's doing well. Probably worth mentioning, as Yue and Shay seem to be very close to each other and overtaking one another in fourth. Oh, look, we've got a manual approach here with him splitting this out. Probably worth mentioning that if we have a tie, it's based on who got those points first. So if they both end up with 500 points, it'll be who got 500 points first. There we go. He's got that level 3 cleared. Giles' points have just gone down. Not quite sure what's happened there. I think he's probably overwritten the wrong level. Michael with points on the board now as well.
Wow, so yeah, Susheng into the lead. He's cleared level 3. He'll be on to level 4 now. Yue is still working through level 3. Meanwhile, Giles is just popping his nose through with a bunch of points. Bunch from level 3 through to 258. There'll be something in there that's not quite 100. We can actually see at the bottom of the screen here, the level's cleared. He has most of level 2. He has almost all of level 3, perhaps even just one question wrong, which is putting him on a funny, odd number of points, if you will, even though, of course, 258 is even. That's a funny little joke for us all, isn't it? However, he's going on to level 4 alongside Susheng at this stage. What is level 4 after, Elliot?
Sorry, I'm still laughing at the mouth puns. Level 4 wants to know, given 2 pipes and any way of moving them around, so they don't have to be in the positions given, you can move them around. Do they, in some combination, connect vertically? Do they, in some combination, connect horizontally? Are they able to connect both ways, or can they not connect at all? We've got some great tips in the chat, including from Neil Foot, one of the FNWC UK competitors, saying that for game 41 in the previous level, where some people were getting that game wrong, the answer is either yes or no on that yes/no level. So thank goodness for keeping us straight on that. Looks like Miles.
Whoa!
Looks like Giles is going manually.
Giles is just after points here. He is point hunting. He's worked out that, look, you need the answer is one of 4 combinations, right? If they do not connect at all, N. If they only connect vertically, V. If they connect only horizontally, you want H. If they can connect both ways, you want a D. He's going through. He can see the 2 pipes. Look, this approach, if he went super careful, you could get them all here. He might miss 1 or 2 along the way, but he is going to get, I presume, the majority of these points here if he's interpreted this question correctly. And that's probably going to springboard him right into contention. 140 points on offer here. We're going to see in a minute, and maybe we'll stick with him as he gets through these last couple of questions. He's going to bring it through into the platform. The 258 is going to be updated. 363.
I can see at least game 74 he's got an error, but it looks like, I don't know how you play these things, but it looks like Giles is taking the position of, I'd rather get partial for each level than not get any level at all, which I think is a great strategy. A lot of people get bogged down in, I didn't get 100% in level 2, so I can't possibly move on. But those later levels tend to be worth quite a lot of points. So getting some partial solutions is a great way. We can see Yue is just submitting some answers as well.
Yep, and he is our leader now. 484 points. Quite impressive there, and building a 100+ point lead there over Sushing, who replies back and gets level 4 100% into play. Yue is just missing out a couple of questions on level 3 and level 4, which has him a few points behind. But with 15 minutes to go, level 5, level 6 to come, this feels a little bit like anyone's game.
Absolutely. I can see Eric Ashton in the chat saying that he thinks manual may be a great way to go, particularly on this live stream where you've got that added pressure.
Added pressure, also added feedback, right? I mean, you can put your manuals in and go, oh, is this helping me or working for me? And you do get that ability to see what's going on in that top right-hand corner and understand where you stand compared to your competitors and watch as your scoreboard goes up. As we're watching Michael here, he's on
he's got level 2.
Knocked level 2 out, 180 points. And after a little bit of a slow start, where I believe you're right in saying that Michael was just struggling with understanding why level 1 wasn't working, and it could have been a fact that those answers we see in the green boxes, they are not connected to what's happening in the box in the right-hand corner. The separate platform is, which is at play.xl-esports.com, which is a brilliant platform. It's only been launched in the last week, and the team have really done something special putting that together. An opportunity you can go there, play for free against your friends, play for free against the world's best, to be honest. There's always one or two online at any point in time lurking and ready for a game. So go over there, check it out, and play some of these games yourselves. It's a great experience.
Absolutely, definitely worth doing, definitely worth playing with. Absolutely knocked out of the park with this system as far as I'm concerned. And so as you say, such an active community, people are there all the time. I think what Michael is missing here is that he doesn't need the connect from, connect to in here. I think he has spotted it. He's going to type it in manually.
Nice.
Nothing wrong with a bit of a manual solution. Not everything needs to be repeatable, particularly in an Excel battle. Lots of people.
He looks on his way there. That's good.
Yeah, lots of people in the chat adding their support for the new platform and saying it's a great game so far. I think there's lots still to see. Shall we go back to our number 2 competitor, Yue, and see if he is any closer to overtaking into that first place spot? Have a look at Yue's screen. Oh, it looks like he's getting ready to submit some answers. So he
does have a bunch of answers off to the side there, doesn't he? Maybe he's gone through it manually as well, because that N that he had highlighted, the V, it does look like he has entered them manually. If you have a quick look, see this is level 4. He does have level 4 mostly tied up. We can see that in the icon in the bottom of the screen. So he's just missing a level or 2, and it looks like he's hunting for the points that are missing from that game or 2 that's being missed, and he has an incorrect letter for. So opting not to spend time working out level 5 or even skipping through to level 6 further, but instead going back and getting the points associated with what's been missed. Interesting.
Yeah. Can you see where his error is? I'm struggling to catch it, but hard on the stream. No, he's moved on.
Wasn't looking too hard for it. I also didn't want to be shouting out to the world what's going on in case he enjoys multitasking, listening to our dulcet tones while.
That's
Gosh, that would be a way to go about it. Let's be honest, Elliot. There's no chance they're listening to us, so that's fine.
I mean, it's a 5-second delay or something on YouTube as well, so that would be What we got?
That would be hard to contend with. If Yue can listen to us and manage to hold second place or indeed take on first at the same time, then there's a little bit of a superhero in there. Level 5, going through it perhaps in a manual's way is Yue. Meanwhile, also, wow, is this level 5 or is this level 4? I can see example 4 in the top left corner here for Zusheng.
Yeah, it does look like he's sold level 4, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Maybe it still says example 4, but he's working on a different level. Maybe he's hoping to build on that logic for level 5. Yue getting close again with 508 points, so they are getting closer again. Shay really needs some more points on the board to maintain that comfortable lead. Looks like he's about to... maybe he was doing bonus D or bonus C. Looks like
bonus. Interesting, but bonus D is a tricky one. It does involve the entire pipe maze, which I didn't see there in play with his workings.
Maybe it's bonus.
But good question. Nice and simple one, which basically says if you go to the pipe maze, how many of the pipes in this maze are connected to at least one other pipe? And that pipe maze, I can tell you, well, looking at it, I've got 1920 odd characters in play, which are all either pipes or outlets or something else. So long story short, the answer is a big one. That one's not going to be achieved manually. I'm going to say that one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see some points dancing around. Everyone's over 200 points now with 10 minutes left to go, which already is a great result for a case like this. It's definitely not an easy case for your first live stream. Probably worth calling out as Excel Esports have said in the chat, they do have a special offer for live stream viewers. If you bring a friend to the Active Sale training camp in Las Vegas in December who hasn't attended before, both you and your friend get a 20% discount on the ticket. So worth making sure you take advantage of that offer if you have some Excel living friends to bring along. I can see Giles muttering to himself under his breath. Where do you think he's working on? What do you think he's working on here?
Pipes connecting to or from. Fascinating. So this is a real interesting one, Elliot. He looks to be building out some logic, which is almost taking a pause from the, point collecting part of the game, and instead building some structure that he thinks might be able to help him out with some of those future levels. So this is actually the same approach that I took when I went through this case. Look, 10 minutes into it, I had the timer going alongside. I think I had the points for bonus 1. I think I might have had the points for bonus for level 1. And I was in a world going, how on earth do I take this on? I was really struggling to deal with the binary numbers. And I actually made the decision to build up something similar to this that I think Giles is doing, which, a table of all the different permutations of how the pipes can connect to each other. And I started using that table instead of the binary stuff that was provided alongside the levels, and managed to have a bit more success getting through levels doing that. So Giles looks to be trying to undertake something similar, turn those binaries into something that allows him to work out how the connections work in an easier manner for him then.
Yeah, I'm not convinced he's got enough options there. I think we were talking before when we talked about it. We had a good. I think I had 256 options by the time I went down that approach. Meanwhile, Yue has jumped into first place, 580 points. 580 points. Just saw him make a small correction. It was 560 something, 68, I think. Obviously, he made a small correction since. So I imagine he's got that level 4 sorted, and maybe even. Should we move over to him and see where he's?
We last saw him on level 5, I believe. Yeah, I just saw 60% become 65. I do believe he is just making his way down level 5 and bit by bit trying to get those answers together. It's another one of those levels that you can solve manually. You can solve just visually looking at what's going on. We've got a sequence of 10 pipes, and as we go from one pipe to the next, we need to kind of answer the question: can this next pipe connect in any way, up, down, left, or right, to the pipe beforehand? If it can, fine, no worries. If it can't, let's record what pipe number this is, and let's keep that in the back of our mind as we run through the sequence of 10. And then we want to be concatting. I can't think of a more English term of putting it than the Excel function that it requires. But to concat the results of that. So if you have a pipe that doesn't fit in position 2 and in position 9, you would want to be giving an answer of 2, 9. And so it's something that takes time to step through and to get those answers. But as we've been looking at a few other screens and having our yarns earlier, Yiwei has been doing that, and that's taken him now to 620 points and into the lead.
Absolutely no shame in that manual approach when everything's on the line. It's certainly getting him through what he needs there. Really impressive stuff. Meanwhile, Michael's jumped up to 300 points. Giles has 372. We're on Michael's screen at the minute, I believe. What's he working on now? Looks like level 4 to me.
Yep, he's still he's just going through a process there of trying to put some logic together to get those answers happening. Interesting approach too, to do your workings out to the side of the question. There's a few different ways in which people go about this, right? Some people are manics that are able to achieve single cell formulas. The let function in association with lambda can really do some cool stuff in single cells in that manner. Others will do workings off to the side like Michael has. The way in which he's really quickly actually putting these answers in, I don't know if he's leaning on any of his workings to the side. Is he actually just going a little visual and trying to work things out, or is he trying to leverage? This looks like a little pseudo manual mode.
Yeah, it looks like he's using those calculations to help him. Yeah,
leveraging that helper in order to get the answers typed in, rather than using formulas to bring out those V, H, D, and N letters. Interesting approach. But yeah, I was just going to say another way that this can be done, and plenty of competitors do this, is kind of take the question and workings offline. And by offline, I mean off this case page onto a new sheet, calling it Q4 for question 4 or 4 or something along those lines, and be doing your workings there. And you can often build all of your workings and logic around just one of the questions, often the example, and then put in play a data table to cycle through the inputs of the other 20 game numbers of that level, and have the result spit out the other side. But
absolutely, data tables.
Lots of different ways to go about this, right?
Absolutely, as you say, data tables, very powerful thing. In the meantime, it looks like Sheng has gone with a non-manual approach, because he's just jumped up a whole bunch of points, knocking Yiwei out of that top spot. Giles 1 point shy of 400 points. Giles has just been humbled. He's been knocked into last place by Michael's great solutions there.
Have you been waiting all stream to say that one, Elliot?
I'll be honest, I saw Harry Gross saying it the other way round, telling Giles to humble everyone else, and I have jumped on that opportunity.
Yes, indeed. Although, as score moves again, so we've got 410 for Giles, 433 for Michael, Yiwei on 691. That is actually just a few particular games, let alone levels, behind Zusheng there on 720. I believe he is fully cleared. Indeed, he has all of the first 5 levels and the first 2 bonuses. First 3 bonuses, in fact. And that's what's really making the difference at this point in time. 2.5 minutes to go, giving level 6 a shake now. And
looks like Giles is going
to see how this one goes.
I think Giles is doing the manual approach space, so I can see his scores creeping up and down and creeping up and down. Really interesting to see what is going on there. Wow, 2 minutes to go and points going up and down all over the place. Where is Shay working on now? It looks like he's working. Is that level 6 we're looking at here? The pipe sequence.
Yes, yeah, it is. We've got a long sequence left to right, and need to answer basically the question: if we were to follow this particular pipe sequence in a fashion from one pipe to the next, i.e., as water enters a pipe, you cannot use that end of the pipe anymore. You have to be thinking about the out connection and not the in. At what point would you not be able to put the next pipe in the sequence into place? And if that's in position 4, like it is, for example, 6, we can see there we're putting 4 down as the answer. This is a tricky one to do manually. I'm going to say that. Hard to follow your eyes and to be getting those points out the other side. But what's really interesting here is we see Yiwei go up to 718 points. We are 2 points behind with 1 minute and 10 to go. Look at Yiwei. He has gone to
Oh my goodness, he's gone into the lead. There we go.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, he's playing with level 6. He's playing with some different answers and outcomes, trying to see what's going to work for him. I mean, he could overwrite some answers here and go backwards, and we've only got 1 minute to go. Oh wow, this will be a finish.
Absolutely, and it's a confusing one as well in that that first example, the example we had before, the other one.
Oh, I just mentioned, I said Yiwei could override his answers. He's gone backwards, he's going forwards, he's going all over the show like a yo-yo. 700 points, back to 691. Will he go forward again? Wow, 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 wow. And they're playing with level 6 as well, not understanding or realizing that if they scroll down to level 7, the answers are actually, or the answers I'll say in the example, is a small one. The example is 2, a simple 2.
He's doing that just as we speak by the looks of it. He's got 10 seconds to go.
729 versus 727, 10 seconds to go. Who's it going to be, Zhu Xing or Yiwei? Oh my goodness. 3 seconds to go. What's happening? What's going on?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, is that how it finishes?
Is
that how it finishes?
Oh my goodness. It is game over. The game has finished.
Sushi!
Wow.
I didn't know who was going to take it.
Oh my goodness, what a close match and amazing results from everyone. A case like that to be scoring anything above about 100 points, I think, is an incredible thing. Michael getting bonus 3, quite a few of the bonuses helping Shane and Yue get into that lead. Oh, that was an exciting
sneaking
one.
Nearly 100% of level 7. Just making his way to the end and either putting some incredible logic together or able to eyeball what was happening. We'll have to go and ask him shortly about that. Wow, what a battle.
Absolutely incredible. What a great result. What a great thing to be watching. I did think for a moment there with Giles in last place we might see a little outburst at the end, but I think we're doing all right. Worth mentioning as well that we've got some great worldwide representation here today. We've got from the FNWC community. Yue, I think, takes part in FNWC DAC, the German-speaking competition. Obviously, the case is from JJ, who runs the Chilean one, and me and Giles in FNWC UK. We definitely need a New Zealand and Australian chapter coming soon, Nick. No pressure.
Oh yeah, it's a good call to be honest. Well, we'll see what we can put together in due course, huh?
Absolutely. Where are we going? Are we going to the players or? Yeah, here we go.
Indeed.
Giles is holding up a message for Juan. I think, Juan, it's time to go into. I want you to listen to my song repeat. This has a Love Actually feel to it. These messages here.
Oh no! Please keep going. So it does look like Giles is not going to follow Mario and pick up a second role in life as a plumber after that case. It might be fair to say. But look, Sushi, 729 points, taking it out by 11 points, which is a measly question in level 7. Wow, what a result. You are the winner. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Oh, that was tight. My hands are still shaking, but that was very, very good contest. Yeah, it was fun. Nightmare, but fun.
Nightmare.
Congratulations to everyone. It was very close. Yeah, Yui won me really close. Yeah.
Absolutely, it was neck and neck between you two for quite a while. Yue, how are you feeling? That's a very narrow gap there. Do you think they had the edge, or was it just luck today?
Well, for me, if you see the live screen, it's luck or unluck. I'm not proud of my model at all, but yeah, I hope.
I do random. I did random.
I think everyone had a little bit of run between. Everyone had a little bit of manual going on. All 4 players. There is nothing wrong with that. Anything goes in this competition. Data tables, manual approaches. whatever's going to get you those points and get you over the line. It was great seeing those points creep up as you.
Oh, it made for such a fantastic finish. Well done. And meanwhile, you kind of snuck under the radar there to an extent, Giles. You picked up, I think, 19 out of 20 of the questions on level 7. Was that an immaculate, incredible piece of financial Excel modeling, or something else?
Joe, I think you're on mute, mate.
25%.
You're committing to the Love Actually bit in silence, I think, a little bit too much there. So
You even warned us that someone would stay on mute. No, I just could not figure out the logic in my head under the pressure. And I saw level 7 was single digit options. And I just thought, I'm just going to type in every number, see what happens. That's what I did. So there you go, manual approach. Hopefully saved myself from complete embarrassment with about 100 points. There you go.
Well, look, I'm someone that managed to sneak an extra place in the World Finals last year based on Rambetween. Shout out to Josh Bruce, who I stole a place from. So I'm not going to be one to judge on that. Oh dear. And Michael, look, how did you go? How did you experience it? It looked like maybe a couple of bits of trouble early doors when we thought you had the solution for level 1 lined up, but with some issues remembering to transfer that across to the answer form, or what was going on?
Nah, rookie nerves. I did a couple of nested lookups and forgot the comma 0 on the second one, and it took me so long to find that. And I'm like, I can't move on from this because everything else is going to rely on this early logic, and just nerves absolutely getting the best of me there. But I was glad I managed to redeem myself a little bit, picked up the pace, got the 3rd bonus. So not gonna be too hard on myself this time.
Absolutely. You did have me ready to throw my computer out the window when I saw how heavily VLOOKUP was featuring, given I am the XLOOKUP king. So, but great result. I think once you got going, those points flew up. And I think Nick and I were both discussing when we approached this, obviously we had time to look at it a second time before today, but going out and building out those things to help you really did help you fly through the case. And I think we saw that maybe a little too late for you, but you were well on the way. I think a couple more minutes and you may have been snatching a lead there.
Yeah, I really wish I could have just bedded down those first couple of questions. The fact that it was taking me so long was frustrating me a lot, and then trying to just control nerves and emotions at that point when I know I should be flying past level 1 like instantly, and yeah, complete brain farting it. But then once like I said, once I got that set up, I was able to reuse it with what I'd set up a bit.
Well, 490 points, including bonus 3, definitely a good score. Like we see single digit figures occasionally on these live streams, so you are well on your way there with nearly 500 points. Nothing at all to be ashamed about, and a really good approach once you worked out those gremlins in that code.
Thank you.
Yep, fantastic. That's 4 competitors for Battle 8, but on the live stream. But of course, at home, we've had a bunch of people that have taken on this case as well worldwide. So it'll be interesting to see how people went in the comfort or the relative comfort of their own home as well. We'll have a look at those results shortly after this quick ad break.
Welcome to the future of Excel Esports. The Excel Esports online platform is here. For the first time ever, you can play Excel Esports anytime, anywhere. Practice solo, battle with friends, or challenge players worldwide. Dive into legendary Excel Esports cases, from epic collabs to fan-favorite puzzles. Track your progress, climb the leaderboards, and level up your skills. This is your arena. Sign up today at playexcelesports.com.
Amazing results there. That was just a quick advert for the new Excel Esports online system at play.excel-esports.com. Absolutely worth checking out. It's so much fun. Please do go and engage. And wow, look at these results. Even Dramid Early did not get full points on this one. Nearly taking the whole time and missing out, I assume, on a couple of bonuses there. Nick, you smashed it out of the park. It's probably worth mentioning that as commentators, we were allowed to play this under test conditions. And then we got the answers afterwards to make sure we knew what was going on. So, Nick, you smashed it there, it looks like.
Yeah, I can't complain at that one.
Yeah. Lots of very familiar names. Everyone in those top 10 familiar players, including world champion Michael Jarman. And on this page, we've got a FNWC UK competitor, Ben Pridmore. Ben is a memory champion, which obviously serves him very well in these competitions. Marcus Hedbring qualifying as well, and Thomas Marcello from Brazil. Fantastic. Hayden Unwiseman as well from the UK competition. Over to you for page 2.
And rounding out our 7 competitors from around the world that have been trying to get into the main draw, we have Robert Valentine from the States, Joseph Michael Palasok from the States as well. He's someone that's been involved gone deep in the competition before. And then a couple of Brazilians to join Tomas. We've got Washington Demicheli and Gabriel Sotero. Well done, gentlemen, on achieving qualification to the main draw of the Microsoft Excel World Championship. And as we mentioned earlier, that's actually kicking off the end of next month, will be the general wider last chance qualification draw to get in. And then the finals continue from there.
Absolutely. Gabe and Washington, both very strong Brazilian players. They both do really well in FNWC Brazil, another local chapter. Oh, and there I am. Did not do as well as I thought, but just squeezing into the top 50 there on 600
well done, buddy.
Points. I would need to get back into doing some more regular practice. I haven't used the new system as much as I'd like to. So if anyone wants to force me to have a game, then please do, but not immediately, as I am quite busy with the FNWC UK finals coming up. Jason Weber, Ben Gutscher, Peter Scharl, a fantastic case author there on this list. Jakub
You're in good company
Mikowski.
there, Elliot.
Yeah, it's some very strong players getting around the 500-600 mark, and just showing again how well all our competitors on string did, getting anywhere near 500 points when even Jakub Mikowski, who was on that top 12 last year, is fewer than 600 points.
Well, Jakub, of course, I believe he managed 3rd place in the finals last year in Vegas. So he managed to sneak onto the podium there alongside Michael Jarman and Chris Clark. As we can see, the competitors rounding out our top 80, a little bit over 500 points was getting you there. So we had 3 of our competitors well entrenched in the top 80 from today's live stream, and Michael would be on the next page if we were going to be showing down to 100 with his 490 points. But it's still a depth of Excel talent achieving in the 500s here on this case. Really challenging one. The last couple of battles we've seen full scores, 1250s, being achieved by multiple people, and it became a game of how quickly could those competitors get 1250 points to outline what the top 5 and 10 competitors looked like. On this occasion, time really wasn't a factor. It was how many points could you get, because it put the case together in a manner that made it a little bit challenging to achieve the full score within 30 minutes. But look, Dim getting just a bonus or 2 perhaps off that. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic from all involved.
And just the last second change there for anyone that missed it on that last screen. There was a slight error, but now has been updated to position 75. Daisuke, I think it said, from Japan. Congratulations.
Awesome.
And here we go. This is the under-25s leaderboard. So this year we've introduced the under-25s and Masters channels, which are additional ways to qualify. So we can see here Aristoulos Glikos from, I think that's Greece. Apologies, I need to brush up on my vexology.
Sure is Greece, buddy.
You have qualified through the under-25, I think 620 points, very respectable score, with Tim, Colin and Benny Weber in 1st, 2nd and 3rd place already pre-qualified.
Yep, and here's the Masters leaderboard. We do see Marcus there on top, qualifying with 759 points. Brilliant effort. So he's also going to be going through to the main draw as well. As we mentioned, we've got another battle, the last in the round on the road to Las Vegas, Battle 9. That's occurring in 3 weeks' time, September 18. And so that will certainly be the next battle to look out for to secure your place, or if you have your place in play, then that's a good chance to be competing and to be getting that practice under the belt.
Absolutely. On top of that, there's also the open qualifying round at the very end of September. I think that's the 27th of September as well, where if you've not done well enough in those Road to Las Vegas battles, you can sign up, take part in that open qualifier, and that's another route for qualification. Just a quick reminder of the deal from XL Esports. You can email, I think it's in the chat somewhere. I will look that in a second. But you can email info@fmworldcup.com for instructions how to claim that deal, which is bringing a new attendee to active sale, gets you both 20% off. And also another massive thank you to CFA Institute for sponsoring this round, this stream.
Awesome. So I think that about wraps up us. Thanks again to CFA Institute for hosting this battle. Thank you for you at home who's been watching and joining us on this stream. And for everyone still here, happy excelling. Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.
The CFA program is your pathway to becoming a globally recognized investment professional. The Microsoft Excel Challenge is not just a competition, it's where future investment industry leaders rise. Where modeling meets strategy and strategy meets opportunity. The CFA program builds the foundation backed by the global benchmark in investment education. Chart your course, set the standard. CFA Institute.